Greetings, my name's Ryan Salter, and this is my screenplay review video for James Darrow's Screenwriting in Film, Television, and Stage class for the Spring 2017 semester. In honor of the film's 15th anniversary, I'm going to be talking about the movie to screenplay comparisons for the 2002 film adaptation of Spider-Man. The 2002 superhero film Spider-Man was released by Columbia Pictures and stars Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, and Willem Dafoe. It is directed by Sam Raimi with a screenplay by David Coeb, who took influence from past script treatments, primarily one written by James Cameron in the early 1990s. The movie tells the origin story of the Marvel superhero Spider-Man, in which a teenager named Peter Parker is bitten by a genetically enhanced spider and develops spider-like superpowers that enable him to climb walls, leap across buildings, and web swing across New York City. He eventually uses his powers to fight crime and eventually the Green Goblin. He does this while also going to high school and trying to impress his crush, Mary Jane Watson. The movie itself just about follows the main plot points in Coeb's screenplay. However, certain scenes were rearranged and put in a different place with a different setting and circumstances. For example, Uncle Ben's "with great power comes great responsibility" speech to Peter originally took place on the front porch of the Parker home instead of the inside of his car before it drops off Peter. Peter is listening profoundly to Uncle Ben in the screenplay instead of hastily telling him to back off. The movie's version develops a more legitimate reason for Peter to start fighting crime as Spider-Man, because since he did not listen to something important his uncle tried to tell him before he got shot, he regrets not listening to him and makes it his ambition to live up to his words as he's fighting crime. Another example is in the movie when Peter catches Mary Jane coming out of the diner and talks with her a little bit. The scene reveals that even though she says she came out of an audition, she is really waitressing at the diner, and also informs Peter that she is dating Harry. In the screenplay, however, they talk while it's raining. Mary Jane's waitress job is revealed in another scene in her apartment, and her dating Harry is revealed in another scene when she visits Peter and Harry's apartment. All of this information was spread too far out in the screenplay. The movie was able to put it all in one scene to save on time, and also put in the "Don't Tell Harry" foreshadow that reappears in the movie's climax. These rearrangements of scenes, as well as the addition and deletion of other scenes, allowed them to have a stronger impact for the story and feel more fluid. Coeb's screenplay didn't have enough interaction and development between the main characters. Unlike in the movie, Peter and Harry are not lifelong friends, while Peter and Mary Jane hardly have any interaction with each other. When the romance does come into play, it feels rushed and out of nowhere. The movie put in more conversations between the two so that they are able to build up their relationship to the point that their eventual romance is believable. Also in the script, Peter does not meet Norman Osborn until the Thanksgiving dinner scene in the middle of the movie, instead of in the beginning. This does not allow their interaction with each other to grow into the surrogate father-son relationship that happens in the film, and pays off during the climax when they're fighting each other as Spider-Man and Green Goblin. These changes not only help the characters' development with each other, but also make the audience feel more connected to the characters. The biggest difference in the screenplay is the inclusion of the secondary villain, Dr. Octavius, aka Doc Ock. The way his character was handled in the script made him no use to the storyline. While the Green Goblin poses as the main antagonist of Spider-Man, Doc Ock's only motivation is to kill Osborn for ruining his life's work and causing the incident that made both of them into their villainous alter egos. He only makes a few appearances in the script, and all he does during the climax is to try to kill Osborn. The only reason that he goes against Spider-Man is because he's preventing him from killing Green Goblin, even though they're both trying to stop him in some way. I think you'd understand why it wouldn't work. When Spider-Man defeats the Green Goblin and leaves him alive to be put into custody, this enrages Doc Ock and leaves him without anything else happening to him in the story, leaving it open-ended for him as the possible main villain in the sequel. But it was really the right choice for director Sam Raimi to cut him out of the first movie and save him for Spider-Man 2. That way you get to see more of Doc Ock's inner conflicts as he expresses how he's feeling inside as the tentacles are communicating and manipulating him through his mind. Raimi, being a fine-tuned filmmaker he is, knew that having multiple antagonists would have congested the plot and make the villains uninteresting with no depth, even though he would eventually make that exact mistake in Spider-Man 3. Even with the many revisions done throughout the years, it may not have turned out to be a solid script, but Raimi's over-the-top direction tells an engaging origin story for Spider-Man with amazing action sequences, well-developed characters, and great use of transitions from scene to scene. Also, even though the Spider-Man films have gone on to do several reboots, even for the better for fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the people who spent their childhoods growing up with Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy will fondly look to the one movie that gave them a memorable superhero popcorn flick that will surely be a swinging, slinging, fun ride for future audiences to come. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my little film to script comparison video, and feel free to take a look at my other videos on my YouTube channel. And this completes my final assignment for James Darrow's screenwriting class for the spring semester. Later.